Welcome to Drumard Farm, episode 25, with me, MrSealyp. So in the last episode they weren't ready to be sprayed, but they both are 16 and 17, are at the next growth stage, so we can spray. Now, they should be really weeded or something. Now, yes, you can spray fertilisers and pesticides and that kind of thing. Bit of advice I was given the other day was that, generally speaking, obviously you can slurry, you can manure spread and then plough or whatever you're going to do, but normally, or this is what I was told, that spreading dry fertiliser would go on first and be left to sort of go into the ground, and then you might spray the ground just before seeding, and then obviously later on you'd do pesticides and that kind of stuff. So it's just interesting to see. Blow that down and turn it on, and away we go. There we go, that's better than it was last time. Get the cruise control on, make life a little bit easier. So these two will get a spray. I was also advised, and again it's a fair comment, I did say when I did an episode, 2 episodes ago, on Westbridge Hills, that I try to be realistic-ish. I'm not going for ultimate realism, but I try to be, I try to do things properly, but not, not crazy properly. At the end of the day, it's still a game, but if a farmer did wood chipping or silaging in a trailer, generally speaking, you would use a silage trailer, I guess. That would be properly cleaned out and sorted before you would then think of putting a crop in it or transporting something else. And it's something I hadn't ever really thought about. You just kind of, you're playing a game, you jump from one thing to the next with the trailer, and you just kind of get on with it. So I have just unloaded the next lot of wood chips that I've done. I've taken the trailer and the lorry over to, that's weird, why have I got a strip missing? Never mind. Over to Drumard Arable, and I'm going to give the trailer a wash out, because the harvester is working on 28-29 at the moment, and has got a full grain tank which needs to be put into something. So I've kind of done that, and price of silage is on the rise. It's just gone over 2,000 for 1,000 litres, which is amazing. So I think probably later on in this episode I'm going to get the conveyors set up again and get selling some more silage. I want to buy another harvester. Obviously I still want to buy more cows. So that's kind of where I'm aiming for with this episode. That's the plan anyway. Now I'm just swapping over to field 16, but there's something I have noticed, and I noticed this on Westbridge Hills the other day, and it's a bit of a weird one. As I started to do the spraying, I suddenly thought, I haven't put row crop tyres on and I'm going to destroy the crops. But it didn't, which baffled me. On Westbridge Hills the other day, I accidentally strayed onto a field, not one of mine, one that someone else owned, and it really badly damaged the crops, but the crops were at their final growth stage. They were ready to harvest. What I have noticed is, and I'm going to see, hopefully I'm wrong, when I drive across the grass, as you can see behind, it's taken the grass back to its first growth stage because I've destroyed it, yet the crops, it didn't do a thing. So I don't know if it's been part of the update, I hadn't noticed before, that if you drive over the crops at any growth stage other than harvested, no, it's killing them. I don't understand it. I went over that field and it was fine, this one it's not. Or is it just when the sprayer's on? This is a bit of a test actually. Turn the sprayer on and now try. Nope. That is so odd. So maybe at the first grow stage it won't, because I just did that whole field, nothing happened. This grow stage, damage. So, fold this, whiz back, get the row crops on, or get a tractor over here with row crops and get that sorted. Because that is bizarre. I hopped into the trusty Deutz-Fahr. Right, let's try this again. Hopefully without causing any damage this time. Actually, I need to raise that up a bit and hit the heads. There we go. Right. A little bit higher actually. Perfect. Cruise control on, and away we go. That's just about the right height. Perfect. It's a very strange shaped field, this one. They're not very big. I'm not going to plough these together. I'm not making a big field out of these, buy all four and make one massive one. I've got Westbridge Hills for big fields. I'm making money on this map on wood chipping, on silaging. I'm making it on soybean. The other crops are additional and something different and interesting, but they're not essential for making money. They do make money, but then that's not what they're essential for. Generally speaking, on any other map, if I was doing a mixture of different crops, it would be for food for the pigs, which I've done a lot of my Let's Plays. On this one, I bought the pig food silo, so I didn't have to. You can always just buy pig food pallets if you've got enough money, and not worry about having to mess around with lots of different crops. Just do your crops and sell them. But I'm trying to think for Westbridge Hills whether to do that or not, or whether to go full blown, do the pigs properly with all the separate food. The only problem is that the pigsty on Westbridge Hills is a long way away from your storage place, so yeah, I might go like I did on Goldcrest Valley and put some storage over there and just put some crops on the ground in shelters, maybe. That's an option. We'll see. So, just finish off this last bit and then we can move on. Alright, so cleaning time it is. Start off with the cab, and then we'll move on to the trailer. Just a gap on here. Right. It's almost like you could do with a walkway, something higher you could stand up on, pull the trailer up next to it, and I suppose normally they have ladders, you could climb up them and get inside them and really give them a good... But if I jump in that, I'm not sure I'll get back out again. Well, it's better than it was anyway. So, let's get this over to field 28-29 and get some soy into it. Now I'm hoping like I said, for another harvester. That's going to be part of the plan. Maybe another tractor. I've got a few tractors actually. Another harvester would be cracking. Maybe another biggish trailer. Let's get in here. Mixed reviews and feedback about the Galera. Some people saying they loved the Penta. I had such negative feedback when I had it. So you think, oh, I'll get rid of it. And you get rid of it, and then you get people saying, oh, I loved that trailer. Oh dear, never mind. It was cracking. I suppose it's that kind of thing again, isn't it? It's, do you bow to criticism and comment? I did like it, but, you know. Right. Well, that's doing its thing. Do you just want to check prices? Yeah, go along. Silage 2051 and still climbing. Don't know where to start selling it or wait till it peaks. It's a dilemma. Well, what we'll do, jump out of that. Jump into this. Turn it on. And off we go. Let's get this field done, then I can move on to, I think there's soy in the top one, field 2 I bought. And then we'll worry about the wheat harvest on the multi-numbered field. The price is over 2,000, it's 2,052, that's better than it's been on any other map, I'll be honest. So hanging around and waiting for the price to get even higher seemed a bit ridiculous. So what I'm going to do is swing this around and try and get the angle just right. And hopefully we can start selling. No, don't do that. Great. Hopefully by that happening the price didn't drop. No, 2052. So hopefully the money will start to rack up again. This won't start faltering too quickly, I hope. But I may need to turn the speed up, which often happens. It reaches a point where the digester here starts to splutter and falter because it can't cope. So sometimes I have to turn the speed up to like ×5 just to get it to keep going. Otherwise it splutters and falters, and you know, the price then plummets and we're losing valuable money that we need. The slurry tank is, or slurry pit, is filling up okay. And looking around the corner, just a quick check. Now we've got 120 cows. The manure should be piling up a little bit. Let's just have a quick check. What are we looking at? Oh, it won't tell us on there, will it? Right, okay. Back to there, turn that off. Scroll across to the animals. I should have gone the other way. So, cows, how are we looking? Oh yeah, we need to put more straw in, don't we? We need straw. Manure, 13,000. It's not a huge amount, is it? Milk tank's looking good. Liquid manure is now building up again, because I did use quite a bit of that. Pigs, again, I used quite a lot of theirs, but theirs is building up. But it's all looking good. Wonderful. Once I've got enough manure, then I'm going to get a manure spreader, and I'll use that for one of the fertilising states in some of the fields as well. So we've got the slurry spreader, we'll have the manure spreader, we'll have a fertiliser spreader, fertiliser sprayer, and it gives us a few different options for fertilising our fields. Harvester is still going. The yield on that field, 28-29, is not anywhere near as high as I thought it was going to be, considering how big the field is now and how much work I've done on it. But yeah, it's a bit peculiar. Right, up on the slurry mound. Let's leave this to carry on for a bit and see how we do money-wise. As you can see, top right hand corner, the silage selling is going particularly well. I decided to come over with the telehandler and a bucket just to kind of aid that along. However, I have encountered a problem. It's a bit peculiar. All of the silage on the left hand side of me here, it won't let me pick it up with a bucket. It won't touch it. And it doesn't seem like the conveyor belt's picking it up either. Now this is the second lot of silage I've done on this map. The first time I didn't have a problem at all. I'm really puzzled as to why it's doing it. I did wonder whether some of the silage had come out the side here and it was kind of registering it. Ah, I wonder, because that looks like wrap, doesn't it? Whether or not it's registered that it's still covered or something, I don't know, it's very strange. So yeah, I don't know what to do there. The rest seems to be selling okay, although I do seem to have a lot on this side that's not doing anything. And the money is going up, which is exactly what I wanted it to do, but it's working. Just need to make sure that's all in the right place. In a little bit now. Cool. Yeah, but for some reason, all that stuff there won't move. I don't know why. How odd. Hoping it's not a severe glitch, because if it is, that's a lot of silage that I can't get rid of. We'll see. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now when this pile runs out, whether it will take this or it's going to falter and not take any more. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why won't it take that? I'm up to 732,000, so I made 462,000 pounds, because I'm back over here. Well, it should be euros, but pounds. Very strange. Don't know what it's doing. Okay, let me just. The price has plummeted. Well, I say plummeted, 1,800. That's pretty good. Actually, what I need to do is put the time back to normal and work out what's going on here. It's a little bit frustrating. So, let's see if I can just adjust this maybe a little bit out of the way. Not particularly, right, straighten that out a little bit. But this should be taking this, and it's not. Oh, hang on. No, I say it's not. How weird. I realise that it's getting dark. It's difficult to see on the recording as it starts to get darker. I've put the lights on, hopefully that will make it a little bit easier to see. I've got 89,714 litres in here. That's nearly 90,000. At 2,000 a litre, that's nearly, what, 180,000 pounds. I can't do anything about. So what I'm going to have to do now is try and get rid of it. I've tried to do it with the conveyor belts, it won't work. I've tried to use the bucket, it won't work. It's stuck. There's white on the outside which looks like wrap. So what I've done is I've leased the sweeper, the Rabaud sweeper Supernet 2200A. This is supposed to be like some of the rollers. It reverts everything back to its original state. It gets rid of tyre tracks and all sorts of other stuff. This worked on Goldcrest Valley when the bunker silos kept glitching on there. But since updates and stuff have been done, this hasn't really happened very often. I am a bit baffled why, because I've used this bunker silo before and I've never had an issue with it. So, hopefully, it's a waste of potentially £180,000, but this should get rid of it. And that is so frustrating. Problem is, it's not. We appear to be stuck. No way. Well, that's frustrating in that maybe it'll take it from there. There is a serious problem with this. It's not removing. We seem to be hitting a brick wall. Which means then I then become stuck with a bunker silo I can't use. Potentially. Maybe I can get bit by bit. That is so annoying. What a waste of silage. It is going slowly. Very, very strange. But anyway, there you go. So it is being removed, albeit slowly and frustratingly. Right, same bunker silo is empty, fill level chaff 0, compacting 100%, and when I did that last little bit along the wall here on the outside, the white wrap that was on the outside has vanished. I'm assuming it was just that. It was a glitch of some kind. Possibly when I was filling the silo, some went over the edge, and when it wrapped, it kind of wrapped it, but did it through the wall? I really don't know. But it's clear. It's empty, the sweeper's done its job. If you haven't seen this being used before, if I drop this down now and go over tyre tracks, it sweeps them clean, just clears the whole area. It will do it and take things back to its original state and tidy things up. Not a bad little bit of kit, don't use it very often. After Goldcrest Valley, didn't really need to. So like I say, go over there and it takes the tyre tracks away, but I'm causing more by driving backwards and forwards. Anyway, there you go, lift that up. That's not needed anymore, so that can go back. The turn off. The what have we got? The smaller of the conveyor belts I purchased. I've got one in the cows now for cleaning and one out here. These two are leased, so these can go back. I'm not going to be good doing any silage for a little while now, and the sweeper can go back. But there you go, that's the bunker silo clear. 89,000 litres wasted, which is really frustrating. But onwards and upwards. Another harvester probably will be the next purchase, I would imagine, which will help me clearing stuff. I'm probably going to get a manure spreader as well. That'll be another purchase. Yeah, right, okay, let's get on with this, get rid of some of this stuff, shall we? I'm also having a problem with the gate. Over here it's glitched and it won't open or close. Having a bit of a nightmare. Very strange. This one will, but this one for some reason won't. I don't know why. Ah, I wonder if it's because I put that weight by it. It's too close maybe. Don't know, we'll see. I'm taking the harvester up to field 2 because that's the other field that's got soybean in. Oh, there's a big bump. Hopefully I won't lose the header. Nope. That way all the soybeans cleared. I've been looking at other harvesters. The trouble is I thought I'll get a bigger one, but this map, big harvesters aren't going to work, let's be honest. Things like this, getting through gaps like that, big harvester, not a chance. So, it's going to have to be another relatively small one, I think. Just disconnect that. But I'm thinking about maybe trading in the Fent for a different manufacturer. Maybe. Again, I'm not sure. But it is getting dark, it is getting late, it's getting on for 8 o'clock. Let's get this started. So I'll probably have to wait till the morning anyway, because it's getting harder and harder to see anything. And I'll get the rest of the soybean cleared. That'll be job done for today. The new purchase for the farm, the Case Axial Flow 7130. It's a slight bit bigger, it's a bit of a step up, it's quite wide. I know I've used these before. Downside to this, I didn't realise when I bought it, there's no hook up underneath for a trailer. So I've had to bring down the header on a header trailer with the Case Optum, which is no big deal, not a problem. And I thought I was going to do the next part of the video, finish it off in the morning, but there's just enough light to get started. I'm going to get the wheat field on the go, I think. Now this one lifts up high enough that the header trailer isn't an issue, thankfully. Although doing the side of this field, and the header's a bit wider, this one, so I've bought a slightly, I mean it's the header that goes with this harvester, but it's bigger than the, obviously the sign, than the Fent, but you know, it is what it is. What I'll probably do is let the worker run up here first of all. Let's open that up. And hopefully the straw swath is on. There we go. Fantastic. So I'll do a straight line up, hopefully, and then I'll just tidy up the bit on the left, and then that'll be good to go. The field 2, because I bought that, it hadn't been ploughed or nothing really had been done to it, so the yield, I think that entire field, I've only got about 6,000 or 7,000 off of it. I think it was on about 5,000 or 6,000 a minute ago and it hasn't quite finished, so it's not going to be a high yield. I need to do some work on that. So that'll be ploughed, and I've got an idea of what I'm going to do for the sort of cultivating and seeding side of it. That'll be something slightly different. Hopefully it'll be something slightly different. Anyway. So, we are now a 2-harvester family. Does mean I should be able to get through fields much quicker. But it does also mean I could probably do with another tractor. I'm going to need some more machinery because obviously if I'm going to be turning fields over a lot quicker, I'm going to need to be ploughing, cultivating, spraying, spreading on multiple fields, so I may well need another tractor. It's just an excuse to buy another tractor, but you know, why not? This will just be odds and ends actually, I think. Yeah. What I've realised very quickly is that the soybean I took off of 28-29 and the soybean I've just got off of field 2 here combined isn't a huge amount. I've probably got my trailers the wrong way around, because this is on 10,000 something and I've got all the rest of the field to do. So I probably needed a bigger trailer for doing the wheat field than I did for the soybean. I honestly thought the yield on the field over there for soybean would be a lot higher. But never mind. That field is now finished. I think it's got about 6,500 in the tank, and that will need ploughing. I have a plan for that. So what I will do is just move this out of the way. Turn the engine off and jump out. I mean, realistically, the wheat off this field is a byproduct. I wanted the straw swath because I need the bales. The wheat is kind of a happy bonus, really. But I'm going to get a fair bit of it, I think. Which is no bad thing. It can all be sold. And it will all be money in the bank. And the good thing is that silaging that I just did, although I didn't get it all out of the pit and some of it was wasted, I've managed to get a new harvester out of it, so it was well worth doing. I'm sticking a headland in, or two headlands in this end, just to give the harvester enough room to turn round. And I might have to do the same at the other end, I'm not sure. See how we get on. And obviously the next job then is to bale this, so I'll be ploughing on that one, baling on this one, cultivating on 28-29, preparing them all for the next step, which is just turning over the fields again, field work. Pigs are staying the same, sheep are staying the same. The dairy herd will increase again when I've got a bit more money. So this will all just keep turning over. But with new machinery, I am expanding. I'm thinking of buying that field down. I said that ages ago. I did some contracting work, and that's down to about 94,000, I think. I think field 4, isn't it? Somewhere. No, field 3. 2, 3, yeah, 4 was one of these. So that may well be a purchase very, very soon. Again, another field. More fields you got going, can't hurt. Let's get this rocking and rolling. There we have it, field 2, 6,635 litres off that entire field. Not very big yield at all, but it's done. And it means I can start processing this ready for the next thing that goes in it. And I can go and settle the soybean. I'm not quite sure what it's going for at the moment, but I'll get rid of it all. What just happened there was rather peculiar. But there we go. So it's now gone 8 o'clock, and as night falls, and I finish off what I'm doing on these fields, that is the end of this episode. More to come on Drumard, more to come on Westbridge Hills. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share the video, please be my guest. Whatever you choose to do. Thanks for watching.